the phone addiction. It's making people so unhappy. 2016 was the first year that Gen Z, entered college. Over half of you self-reported as feeling below average in mental health. I think there's some causality here.
To try to make these products as addictive as possible. That is the desired use case of these products, is that you use it in an addictive fashion because that maximizes the profit that can be extracted.
You cite a 2020 study that found that 96% of Gen Z Americans won't go to the bathroom without their smartphone. That's pretty bad.
I thought I was ready to be back. I thought I was stronger than this, but obviously I'm not. I want to go home.
This is what we get on Instagram, and this is what we get in real life. This is what we get on Instagram, and this is what we get in real life. This is what we get on Instagram, and this is what we get in real life. This is what we get on Instagram, and this is what we get in real life. This is what we get on Instagram, and this is what we get in real life. This is what we get on Instagram, and this is what we get in real life.
To try to make these products as addictive as
400%
possible.
spike in dopamine.
We now know that many of the major social media companies hire individuals called attention engineers who borrow principles from Las Vegas casino gambling, among other places, to try to make these products as addictive as possible. That is the desired use case of these products, is that you use it in an addictive fashion because that maximizes the profit that can be extracted from your attention and data.
It literally is a point now where I think we have created tools that are ripping apart the social fabric of how society works. That is truly where we are.
The way the technologist Jaron Lanier puts it is that these companies offer you shiny treats in exchange for minutes of your attention and bytes of your personal data, which can then be packaged up and sold.
My brow and my wing liner, and this is the before and after.
I really believe, and this might sound crazy, that in 10 years, people will be going to rehab for their phone.
When I was in rehab in 2006, I was at this place in Arizona called The Meadows, and there was a girl that was there for phone addiction.
Do people make fun of her, or do people just curious about it?
People were more curious. I mean, we were all in rehab. Like, you're not really making fun of other people.
Right.
You're just like, ugh.
We know that engagement with social media and our cell phones releases a chemical called dopamine. That's why when you get a text, it feels good, right? So, we've all had it where you're feeling a little bit down or feeling a bit lonely. And so you send out 10 texts to 10 friends, hi, 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 hi. Because it feels good when you get a response, right? Right? It's why we count the likes. It's why we go back 10 times to see if my Instagram is growing slower, did I do something wrong? Do they not like me anymore, right? The trauma for young kids to be unfriended, right? Because we know when you get a hit of dopamine, which feels good. It's why we like it, it's why we keep going back to it. Dopamine is the exact same chemical that makes us feel good when we smoke, when we drink, and when we gamble. In other words, it's highly, highly addictive, right? We have age restrictions on smoking, gambling, and alcohol, and we have no age restrictions on social media and cell phones, which is the equivalent of opening up the liquor cabinet and saying to our teenagers, hey, by the way, this adolescence thing, if it gets you down. But that's basically what's happening. That's basically what's happening, right? That's basically what happened. You have an entire generation that has access to an addictive, numbing chemical called dopamine through social media and cell phones as they're going through the high stress of adolescence. Why?
Making people so unhappy. 2016 was the first year that Gen Z, entered college. Over half of you self-reported as feeling below average in mental health. I think there's some causality here.